Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back with another video from Team 4 Star, continuing with the creator commentary series, and we've got the Bardock special. Now, the Bardock special was always really cool anyway. I think a lot of Dragon Ball fans loved this, so to see an abridgment of it was just amazing. And we're going to get into behind the scenes stuff. Love it, like why they count with jokes are going to change, stuff about like voice acting and things. Let's get into it.
Wait, no, we're do a brief little intro.
No, I don't know.
Can't just start off with this one. I mean, this one was kind of special for us. Not only was it the first video that we premiered at a convention,
Oh, cool.
Youmacon 2009.
Oh, that's so cool. Like, to go to a convention and be like, right, here's the first special, guys, and it's not be viewable anywhere else. Which is brilliant, because, what is it, the thing with, like, conventions now, as soon as, like, Marvel, like, show a trailer, it's on YouTube, like, a minute later, like, so it doesn't really have that same kind of value as what these guys did, where they went to a convention and showed it off, and then everyone had to wait. But, like, that's cool for the fans.
I cannot believe this was 2009.
2009.
Whoa.
It was just after season 1. But it was also the first video we made after our YouTube was taken down for the first time.
Oh, what a wonderful time.
Memories.
That sounds
Yeah, having
fun.
only the website to put everything on using Blip.
Blip.tv.
Wow.
Rip
Yeah, Blip.
Blip was
Rip
pretty good
Blip.
as a video hosting service.
Yeah,
I
they
never
were
experienced
a great
it.
alternative to YouTube. Then
Never
they were
experienced
bought
it.
by Maker.
Meanwhile, welcome to YouTube.
Hello.
We're going to be looking at Bardock, the father of Goku, which, as I mentioned, we premiered at Youmacon 2009.
That's so sick you did that.
Way back in the day. 2009 specifically.
Yep.
Wow.
And this was the first time we ever actually got to meet face to face. You, me, Taka, Masako, Megami,
Oh,
Martin.
okay.
It was surreal.
A big group of us. It's kind of amazing how many people we actually got out that year.
We were just so excited to actually finally meet for the first time.
Oh.
And it was.
That's interesting. So they did all this stuff without actually seeing each other. Wow, that would have been such a, like, I would be dead excited to meet all these people.
Such a fun weekend, and it was crazy because, it's the first time we actually met, but we had been talking
Wow.
for years
Oh, yeah.
at that point.
That's crazy.
Maybe about 2 whole years.
Just about.
That's
And I remember
madness.
when we first started, you, me, and Taka just sitting up in late night Skype calls, like, wouldn't it be crazy if we actually got invited to a convention one of these days?
That was
did?
insane to me because, those were jokes that we made. Those were like the pipe dream of going to conventions, of being guests, of being up on the same stage as people like Chris Sabat or like Eric Vale.
And then several years later, we're just, bam, convention after convention after convention, all around the goddamn world. Easy
3
shit.
conventions in a single month. Conventions in Finland
That's
and in
class.
Melbourne. And, oh my god, it was
Got
a
to meet
whirlwind.
so many people. Got to have, it's just been a blast.
Yeah.
And this was the first video we ever premiered at a convention, so let's...
This is sick. All right, cool. Let's do it. Let's get it.
So, it's funny we decided to do this before we even started Season 2, because we introduced Frieza in this movie.
Yes. Very specifically.
Wow, okay.
Long ago, on a planet long forgotten by time, a young hero was born, a righteous...
Which was 30 years ago or some shit. It's long forgotten. Nobody remembers Planet Vegeta.
Yeah.
Not his story.
Bait and switch.
This is the story of...
Oh, this movie is going to have so many times where we're going to have to mute the audio.
So much
Oh,
muting.
God.
We went on... I think Transformers, the animated movie, was back in vogue for a while, and we were just like, oh no, the soundtrack in that fucking slaps.
Yeah.
And
I think it was specifically because the Transformer Michael Bay movie
That's
had
right.
come out, and so everyone was talking about the original movie. And
Oh.
and
The Transformers soundtrack for the original animated movie is absolutely amazing. And I still stick to this. One of my favorite movies of all time.
not to mention, since it's such a nostalgia drip of old 80s music, like old 80s rock ballads.
kind of matching the fact that this is set in
the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the first time we actually had opening credits on something, too.
It's a nice
Very 80s.
day.
Very
Yeah.
80s.
It's your command. Ba-down. Dare, did I keep all your dreams alive?
More than likely. Also, really
It's
showing
time to
off the
take a
fact that you got your start in
stand.
making AMVs.
You
they're
can
all
win
in
if
the
you
pacing
dare.
on these things.
In different parts.
One of my
the
favorite
show-
songs, I'm sorry, Dare by Stan Bush is one of my favorite songs of all time. And it's one of my most favorite driving songs. And oh God, I'm going on a tangent, but yes, whenever I used to drive to work, it was like a half an hour drive, I had a mixed CD and Dare by Stan Bush would come on, I'd just crank that and just be like, Dare, dare to keep all your dreams. Oh, red light. You know, it was, oh.
I really prioritize matching the beat of the scene to the music, especially the action scenes.
Yeah, the way that
And
the
here's
foot
where
stomps
we
at
kind of
the
established
kick.
that it's okay to write bad people as bad people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then I tell the guy, don't be angry, I'm just saying.
Ah, good times after genocide.
Yep.
And then I tore out his throat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Bardock, here's another kid. Congrats. Who's the mom?
This was before they introduced
Yeah,
Hime.
wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Way before.
Way before Gine ever showed up.
Why not? Are you kidding? She's a raging dyke.
Asshole.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. To be clear, again, asshole, not a good guy.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Wouldn't have written the line that way again.
Maybe
but-
not. Honestly,
you know, at
I
the time.
feel there needs there's kind of a line somewhere where if you're writing a mean-spirited character, they would use
Got
mean-spirited
to,
language.
yeah.
And that is one thing that we
Difficult
were
to write that if
actively
you're not in
trying
that
to pursue
mindset.
Because I was kind of going through this period where, and I don't know if I've quite ended it yet, where I wanted to write characters very opposite of how the dub changed them because.
Just before we could carry on, I'm just pausing for a second. The audio on this seems off. In the last few, have they had a microphone set in between them, and then because this seems to be like they're just using audio from camera, like I used to do, and I'm just hearing background noises as they're talking. But it's not too much of a difference. I'm just noticing that the audio is slightly different from the rest of the commentary. But anyway,
Yeah.
Bardock in the original is the biggest asshole. He
Yeah.
is not a good person. He does not care too much about his
He
kid.
commits genocide and doesn't afraid of anything.
Exactly. And the dub smoothed out a lot of his edges and kind of made him this
Tragic hero.
tragic
okay.
hero character, and I hated it.
Do you know,
His
I've never
last
watched
speech to
the
his son
subbed
is
version, to be
so
fair.
frustratingly saccharine and not according to his original character. Again, before Toriyama decided that he wanted to basically just really make Goku Superman, which I'm not a fan of.
But yeah, in the original special, Bardock is an asshole.
Yeah.
Part of an asshole race of a species that probably would have destroyed a lot of worlds if just given free reign.
oh yeah,
and
like
so
if
there
they
was
weren't
part of
being
it that was like,
controlled by
we're gonna-
Frieza,
we're gonna
yeah.
lead
Yeah.
into him being a total piece of shit.
Saiyans are pieces of shit. They're
Yeah, they
just
were, yeah.
battle-hungry monsters.
Yeah.
This is why I hate men.
Point proven.
So, why did we attack this rock in the first place?
I don't know. The mission briefing said this planet was full of psychics. Wait a second. Doesn't that mean...
I remember coming up with this gag and being very happy. It's like, how did they die if they could all see
Well,
this shit coming?
yeah.
I love this gag.
Aren't psychics supposed to have unbelievable mental...
I can see the future! By the way,
Yeah.
flapping that.
Love it.
It's so mechanical. It's just a race of psychics.
Yeah, by the way, we're flapping the son of a bitch.
I can see the
originally
future!
doesn't talk in the scene.
Yeah, so
I,
he
had
tried
to,
to-
I had to move the mouth, and it's really obvious.
And just this race of psychics that aren't incredibly intelligent. They perceive time in a way where it's like, when is now? What's happening? Oh, that's then. This is now. But what is when?
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that is such a great way to explain. How did they not prepare for
Yeah,
this?
they would have
There's no argument
surely
to be made
seen
that,
it
like,
coming.
Maybe they could never have gotten strong enough to handle it. But
It's true.
No, you too, the future.
such a weird plot element. Just like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you the ability to see the future. Oh, this is that part.
Yeah.
That was... odd.
Hey, Bardock, what do you think he meant about you seeing the future? Bardock? Bardock. Bardock.
Bardock!
Ain't nothing.
Come on.
You want me to eat the remains of that alien?
There's the cannibalism.
Yeah. Well, is it though?
Oh, okay. It's only cannibalism necessarily if you're eating another person of your race. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's
he's eating a humanoid. Technically, a Saiyan could come to Earth and eat all the humans, and it wouldn't really be cannibalism.
Although it's kind of where you draw the distinction there.
Like a
Oh,
humanoid, if it's intelligent.
Yeah, if it's intelligent, it sort of feels like cannibalism. Anyway, the thing about that that I want to bring up, I actually used a ton of Ren and Stimpy music in this
Yes.
movie.
Ah.
I don't know why specifically. I think I was kind of going with the fact that, again, it was kind of set in the past, so I wanted to use music
Retro
that would have
stuff.
been more like 70s and 80s cartoons.
Yeah.
So there's just
Ren
a
and
bunch
Stimpy
of
was
Ren and Stimpy
weird.
here.
Just had to finish off the last couple of bites.
Oh,
It's a big alien.
Yeah. I mean, he had to save some of it. He put it in his Saiyan fridge back home.
Right. Oh, that's right. We did this.
Right.
I very briefly play Frieza,
oh.
Thank you, Zarbon. That's very good.
doing my Linda Young impression.
Ah, so before Little
Sorry about that. I had something in my...
I remember premiering that at the convention, and they put us in a panel room that was like 3 sizes too small. We had to cut it in half.
Yeah, we
and
had to
have
take our...
2 1-hour panels instead of 1 2-hour panel.
Yeah.
And when we showed this part, because we had Martin on the panel with us to do some Q&A after we premiered
I mean,
this.
how could we not?
Yeah. He's the progenitor of all the abridged stuff. And
Excuse me?
so when that finally happened, we're like, Martin, everybody's like, yeah!
Yay.
It's just, crowd reactions are nuts. I fucking love it, man.
I was going to say, so this, I really, how do I put this? We were originally looking at you to play Frieza. We actually were kind of working a little bit
Yeah, 'cause
around.
I was still doing the Yu Yu Hakusho bridge. I had a decent Genkai, which is
Just an old woman voice.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I do want to tell the story exactly of how he got Frieza. Since we're here,
Absolutely.
it's the time to do it.
Cool.
So we were actually doing auditions for Ginyu, of all characters, because we weren't sure who was going to play him. In fact, the entire Ginyu force is a frustrating cast, because if I could go back and change some things, I probably would. Maybe not have had Gon play 2 characters, especially since his Raccoon is so close to his Yama. But we were at a time where it
his
was...
Raccoon was so great. We also didn't know as many people back then.
Yeah, we
Ooh,
didn't
they need
know
to
as
do
many
Ginyu
people.
Force Funko
If we had
Pops.
the same
Oh,
cast, like
there's so much they can do.
Group of people we did today, we'd probably have a more varied cast.
Probably.
But at the time, we didn't know who the hell was going to play Ginyu. And so we sent the auditions off to Martin, and Martin kind of did his own thing. He even made...
something around here.
Yeah, he played him like... And honestly, funny voice.
Yeah.
Would have been
Right,
kind
cool.
of like...
But then to do that, he made a Frieza to bounce off of.
What if I was a giraffe? What? Pretend I'm a giraffe. What are you going to do to me? I don't know. I suppose I would give you a nice long massage. What if I was a goat? A dirty, dirty goat. What would you do then? I don't know. What would you want me to do?
Oh, interesting. So he auditioned for Ginyu. I like this, but he also did the Frieza back and forth, so the conversation was going. And then they went, "Oh, we want you to do Frieza." That's cool. All right.
Both regret.
Because then he goes off to do Frieza the whole thing, and he's still doing Frieza in the HFIL series as well, isn't he? And stuff. So cool.
Hired an idiot.
And while we were watching, it became very obvious that we were casting the wrong character.
His Frieza was just
brilliant.
out of this world.
I am the mighty Frieza from the planet Androgynous, and yes, all the horrible stories you've heard are true.
He was just so fucking good in that role. He's got a great petulant tone to his voice, but he can still bring in that regality and that menace so well, which will be more than evident as we keep moving through Season 2.
It's really interesting to me, now that I look back on it, we did cast Frieza before the season started then.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
and that's
yeah.
actually really crazy to me. Like, that we so early on tried to get that worked out. Because in the past, very rarely were we ever that on top of making sure that characters were casted until,
Cool.
I think... partway into Season 2 when it really became apparent to us that we had to
Partway
plan
into
that.
Season 1.
Things happen for a reason. It's mad that
I remember something very specifically. We had to add a cast bio onto our page so people would stop asking, can I play, can I play, can I play, can I play, can I play?
Oh, yeah.
We actually cast all the way through Boo so people would shut the fuck up.
And
Wow.
half of those characters ended up changing.
Half of them ended up changing, and a third of them never ended up happening. So that's just how it is.
Continue, Zarbon.
Martin!
The reports say that it was overtaken by a group of low-level sailors.
And your Zarbon was always fantastic.
Zarbon's voice is great.
Bardock's a pretty cool guy.
And I do love Antfish's Dodoria, too.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Making a fucking 4chan reference.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't even remember what that... I've never stayed up to date on, like, much of the internet nomenclature, so whenever you and Taco would throw around references, I'm like, it's funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
What's going on? Is that your planet?
I don't necessarily mind making jokes that might age a little poorly if they hit really hard at the time. But
Right.
Hold on.
Because you are writing for the current audience.
Race? Oh, I get it.
But obviously, a lot of those dated reference humor jokes. We even lampshade that in Kai 3, where Cell makes a dick butt and it's like, this will age well.
yeah.
The Kais are great.
Hi.
Alright.
Bardock, are you alright? Your heart rate skyrocketed.
I love filling in for every minor character.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh, sweet.
where am I anyway?
Well, you're on Frieza Planet 6.
I mean, I would probably do the same if I was making a series like this and we just need random voices. I would just fill in. Like, I used to do, like, Halo Machinima videos, and I would just voice everything, really.
Nice.
And you'd think with all his free time, he'd come up with better names for his planets.
So, Lord Frieza, now that we have Kunasa under our command, what shall we...
419!
I love that implication is he isn't even going in numerical order, he's just shouting out random numbers.
Yeah.
Well, it seems that Frieza...
I like how we picked 419. We could have gone one more.
Anywhere.
By the way,
Yeah.
would you like to see your son Kakarot?
Okay.
Oh, right, his name.
Look at that scheming motherfucker.
Yeah, so... Oh, no, wait. Oh, this isn't the scene. There's going
Not
to be
quite.
a scene later that I was really tricky to write in.
Didn't pay attention to Raditz when he was growing up.
Oh, yes, and we both know how he turned out.
Take that, Raditz! That's a great expression.
Oh, wait, no, here it is.
Damn.
Oh, it is here.
Let's see what kind of power level we've got here. All right. Whoa, 10,000. That's my boy.
That's Broly.
Oh, hold on.
Here we go.
I remember that getting a big laugh out of people. That
Yeah.
one got a pop.
2. Crap. There is no...
Brilliant.
Also, just like lampshading, yeah, Goku's just continuously crying. Broly's just like,
Oh, yeah.
no,
Stop.
you're making me angry.
So disappointed.
I think Bardock is the
Okay.
most of your concerns.
So I love Anfish's Dodoria. Like, I
Dodoria's great.
love
Voice is
Anfish's
great.
Dodoria.
Anfish is
Yeah.
a fantastic talent.
Oh yeah, no, just phenomenal.
He's just amazingly good at
Yeah.
what he does.
He's been getting a lot more professional work up in Canada, and
Oh, cool.
no fucking shit he is. He's
Dude kills
so.
it.
But here, it's really interesting because we introduced Dodoria to be kind of intimidating and a lot darker than I feel like a lot of the other characters in the show.
Yeah.
I mean, she does break a dude's neck and kill a kid later, so.
True. Interesting thing about Dodoria here. A lot of people have pointed this out, and I'm not afraid to say it. We hadn't come up with the idea of making Dodoria a woman here.
Yeah, refers
Right.
to herself as a guy here.
Yeah. And later on, that would become a thing. But here, yeah, she uses guy, and that's everything. That if I'd known, I wish I'd known, so I could have written the dialogue
Differently
enough to
for
hide
this, so
that.
that it
Perhaps
stays
she's gender
consistent.
fluid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand. We've served Frieza loyally.
Seems Frieza wants you dirty Saiyans out of the picture.
Voice is great.
I'm just willing enough to oblige him.
Don't you get it? Chances are someday he's just going to kill you too.
I think this was the first time we really wrote a more serious scene, too.
More of a in the now kind of guy.
God damn, it does piss me off, though. In the now kind of gal sounds better.
Yeah.
But that would have thrown away the
Guard?
reveal later.
Probably gonna be both.
You won't get away with this.
Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me something. What looks like crap, feels like crap, and probably ain't gonna wake up in the morning.
Is it me?
And that's the punchline.
Boom.
So I really love
cutaway's
the
great.
Grin with the piano trill in the background. That still gets to me. Like again, being able to fit the action on screen with the music in a way that doesn't feel too Mickey Mousey, like that isn't, the instruments are obviously playing to the music, but the scene is rather playing to the music.
Right.
Like that's always a really cool feeling, and I don't always manage to do it, but that made me really happy.
Hell yeah.
Good job.
Whoa, looks like I'm late to the party. Where's the
They
gate?
kill a bunch of street sharks?
Oh God. Guys, tell me you're just resting in the blood of your enemies. Teppo. Hambuken? Toma?
Present.
So actually, one thing I
Present.
want to note now that all the names have been said on screen, when we were going at the script, the dub version actually has different names for everybody. I don't know if you remember that.
I vaguely remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
okay.
Toma is Tora, Celepa is.
God, I can't even remember. But
Yeah.
I think it's also the name in a bunch of the games too.
Yeah, I mean they kept all those names in the games, but we decided to keep the Japanese names partially because. Like, one of the things that I wanted to do with this show was introduce people to some terminology and ideas that were not present in the dub.
Yeah, good
that was
idea.
my stealth
Educate
way of
at the
being
same
like,
time
hey,
as make people
This is
laugh.
how I experienced it.
Yeah, and maybe check out the original. It's kind of a different experience from the dub.
Yeah, I need to watch.
But also,
the sub
another
version
thing
of
here,
Z.
I want to take a minute to talk about Taka's Bardock. Because I feel like if Taka were here, he might have a lot more insight into playing Bardock. It's going to be kind of tough to speak for him, but he really wanted to play Bardock.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you know what I'd love to see as well when they finish this? I'd love them to do a creator's commentary on the Hellsing Ultimate Abridged with Takahata. That would be a really cool one, because that was such an amazing abridgment as well. And it would be quite a short series as well, because only like 10 episodes, isn't there? There's 10. There's like a Halloween special for the... So, yeah, that'd be cool. Anyway.
I think part of
Like
that...
he wanted to have a say, like a say in like a more serious character.
Yeah, and I get that, because every other character he had in the series, and would continue to have, even with their more serious moments, would still kind of be a comedy-centric
A
character.
goofier character.
Yeah.
And yeah, now that Nappa is kind of ostensibly gone, it's
yeah,
like
until after
you
the
know,
wish.
you want to feel your presence
Yeah.
in these projects.
And so we did. I don't know if we actually did auditions or not, but I know that when it came down to it, Taka pushed really hard for Bardock, gave us a really solid performance. You can tell that he's kind of new to the voice and acting like this character here. Which, honestly, that is not a critique necessarily of Kurt. He's a fantastic actor.
He's
and we're all
brilliant.
very
Jesus,
new to a lot of
Takahata
stuff.
101.
His
What a voice
performance as
actor.
Bardock, I think, in episode of Bardock is actually a step up because he'd had a year or two more to really get into it.
Oh, when he
Here,
goes back
you
in
can
time
kinda
and fights
feel that
Frieza's
roughness, but then
ancestor,
again, if you
yeah.
don't feel the roughness in this whole product, but yeah, it's really interesting to hear him here, where he's being a completely different character than he had been.
He's
in
got
many
quite a
roles
range
he's
on his
played
voice,
in
man.
A lot of shows up until now.
Yeah.
This was kind of his first time he got to be a serious character, and that's really neat.
Toma! Oh, thank God, Toma, you're okay. I'll be honest. You're the only one I really cared about. Everyone else was kind of bland. She was the only one here with a decent pair of teeth.
Bardock.
Oh, Bardock.
Yeah.
Nice.
You bastard.
Turned on us. He's afraid of the Saiyans. He sent someone to take us out.
Oh God, he sent the Ginyu Force?
I like this bit.
No,
Zarbon?
no.
Dodoria?
Sorry.
You know them like
I know that's underselling Dodoria, but it is clear that there's a hierarchy.
Yeah, but I thought Dodoria was stronger than Zarbon, though, in the hierarchy. So, but Zarbon does have the second form transformation. I don't know. They need to make a Zarbon Funko Pop. And they can do a second form. I'm going to be so poor when I'm older.
Yeah, Zarbon is in fact quite stronger than Dodoria.
Oh, alright.
My best friend just died in my arms, didn't he? Yeah? Yep. Alright. Plan B. Don't
Okay, I'm sorry. This is sick as
Oh,
fuck.
it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
the rag soaked in the blood of his friend. He's like, no fucking revenge.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
that is badass.
Yeah, that is cool. Oh.
Alright, guys, let's hit the shop.
Hi, Muska.
Let's
I think
go.
that's the most different voice I've done.
Oh, and Solid State Scatter in the background.
Yeah.
Got him!
Oops.
Here! No!
We just made up fruit puns for these guys, right?
Yeah.
You're the one who killed him, you ass! Oh, gee, Lemmy, I never thought of it like that. Shut the
My scream there, by the way.
Oh.
Extra voices, go for it.
Oh, sweet crap, not again. Kyle, what?
Cementing that as something that will continue on.
Yeah. The Kyle What joke is one of my favorite running jokes.
I love it.
Is that me? That's it.
Because it's always like, as soon as somebody says it, it's followed up by somebody getting hit. It's like, just play it.
God damn it, Bongo, you team killing fuck
Team.
That's red versus blue.
Red
that was
versus
Red
blue.
versus Blue.
That's a red versus blue reference with the reds and the blue when they go to the different thing. Yeah.
The joke. That's literally, we just stole a joke from Red versus
I
Blue.
understand what I have to do now. I'm going to raise an army. We're going to rebel against Frieza. And nothing is going to stop me.
I also love this.
Uh-oh.
Useless ass psychic power.
I love that delivery too.
Yeah. That's-
Yeah, there's like these creatures that have been able to see the future. It's like it's very selective. It's like, oh come on!
Yeah, like, why?
Do, do, do.
Another one
bites
bites
the
the
dust.
dust.
Do,
Do.
Another one
Bites
bites
the
the
dust.
dust.
Another one gone. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
I don't know why. I don't know why we
So
had that
good.
happen,
It's
but
great.
fun.
It's great.
There's a Family Guy joke.
Just a Family Guy
Just a
joke.
Family Guy joke.
It's everywhere.
At least we added the
It's in
wrinkle of
my
it being.
tutorial wounds.
At least we added the wrinkle of it being his friends' corpses.
Yeah, and their deprecation.
Yeah.
Well, later, guys. Off to raise that army. Vengeance. Yada yada.
Yada yada.
All right, little guy, time to send you to planet ER.
I believe this is renowned internet celebrity DJ
Sexadillionaire?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic of him to provide that for us.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Immense talent.
Annihilation. Where are your men? Complete annihilation.
So, you're absolutely sure you killed every single living thing on that planet?
Complete annihilation.
I might
Oh my
let that
god,
for
listening
one
to
more-
this. By the way, listening to this on fucking headphones is killing me because I'm
Why?
realizing all the parts where there's clipping in the audio, and I'm going to fucking RuneScape myself.
Explain to people that might not know what clipping is.
Specifically, there's with the audio files, when you lay them down in Premiere, which is what I edit in, if there is a sound at the beginning of the file, but it's been cut off and you don't fade into it, there's a little, the slightest,
Yeah.
A little hum.
yeah, just the slightest click at the beginning, and also background noise, which as we would continue on, I would find ways to get rid of background noise and also stop that little pop when a line starts. But it's all throughout here. Also, did not have proper pop filters or the removal of a bunch of pops. So the audio all throughout this.
I mean, we
is-
were all talking on
popping
USB
all over the
microphones
place,
at the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Funny enough, the audio in this is still a step up from season 1.
Oh, yes.
In kind of every regard.
I'd already upgraded my microphone at this point.
Yeah, but it is still driving me up a wall.
So, complete annihilation,
I
huh?
love you to watch his head just whack, 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 whack,
Yeah.
whack.
I'll go take care of it right away.
Oh, forget about it. He's already on a direct course for planet SOL.
Shit out of luck for those that don't understand that.
Ah!
Planet...
Vegeta! Gotta warn.
His Frieza would change from here,
A
though.
little bit, yeah. But so would my Vegeta, my Krillin.
Yeah, everyone's is
Everybody's
evolving.
voice
Yeah,
would kind of
yeah,
round out.
It definitely goes from all up here to more down here.
More down here, a little more naturalistic.
Yeah.
You guys,
I had to get everybody to record a background a conversation for that scene.
who put that table there?
Bardock, are you wasted?
No, but my crew is.
How would you like to be a Saiyan without spiky hair? You just feel cheated.
Yeah, like what's going
He's on his
on?
way here and he plans to kill us all. We have to raise an army. And
Your mom's an army.
Got him.
what are you stupid? Do you?
Face is stupid.
I recorded that like 5 feet off the
You
microphone.
idiots even get it?
You hear the reverb on that one?
I mean, you should. It's supposed to be in the room. Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
Talking
They
about
just
himself.
don't
Yeah,
care.
Kurt talking to himself.
I hope you all die and go to hell!
Wow, that guy's a douche.
Thank you, Moscow.
Screw them!
Yep.
I don't need an army. I took on those elites.
Oh, hey, well, prepare for that audio to be muted again. Yeah.
Frieza must be stopped.
No matter the cost.
Transformers!
You
You got the touch! You got the power! Bam! Yeah! Down, 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 down,
Wait for
down,
Frieza,
down.
so he just-
This. Hallelujah!
Love it.
Oh, here comes another dated reference.
Frieza!
I got the Wilhelm screaming there, though.
Oh, of course. Here we go. Name the event.
Yo, Bardock, I'm real happy for you, and I'm gonna let you finish, but
Kanye West.
The most random of
Yeah.
fucking references there.
I know, right?
Sir, I think you
But it was the pop culture at the time.
It was literally a month old by the time we made the joke.
Don't keep on shouting your name.
Get my freaking bubble car.
I love the Jetsons sound for it.
Full
Oh, yeah.
That Bardock was such a dashing rogue. What?
The start of his long line of innuendos.
There you are, Frieza. I've been looking for you.
Well, I'm not exactly hard to find.
Yes, we're done working for you, Frieza.
Just so you know, that man does not speak for
I like that bit.
Yeah.
It's like, we're
Yeah, it's
we
very
came out
weird.
to help you.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like all his men that are meant to be fighting Bardock are in that crowd because he's just flown through, and then Frieza just ends up killing them all as well. It's like, wait, this isn't what we signed up for.
Seriously, we're not with him.
Part of this is the joke that in the original version of this scene, in the one that was in the Frieza saga before we see the actual Bardock special, the script adaptation really did make it seem like the men surrounding Bardock were
Yeah.
Like part of his militia or something.
Yeah.
there was this implication in the dubbed version of that scene in the show. In the actual Bardock special, when they adapted
That
it,
just
obviously that wasn't
not-
the case.
Yeah, 'cause they're all attacking him.
But the version on TV was before they actually did the special. So, yeah.
It
Yeah.
really shows how callous Frieza is with all his people, though. I
Doesn't
just,
care,
I
yeah.
just love this. God.
For years, you've kept us under your thumb.
Oh, Lord, these heroic types with their speeches. Blah, 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 injustices, blah, 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 tyranny.
Frieza just being bored by this is perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my fucking god, this all day.
Any idea how hard it is to run an empire? I've got other things to do today, you know. Like decide what wine will I have for dinner tonight. White wine.
Bardock out there thinking he's making a point. Just
Say, Rosé. Oh, perhaps I should give Cooler a call. His birthday's coming up. Nah,
he's a prick.
Where was I? Oh, right, mass genocide.
Miserable life, once and for all. Now, take this, Frieza. The power of the Saiyan race. Yeah!
Does not care.
Sure, it'll do some. Oh shit.
Amazing laugh.
Brendan has such a great laugh.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say I should have seen this coming, but that would be ironic.
The rest of his manager's like, oh fuck me.
Yeah, all of them are like, oh.
And how are you gonna find that many space-breathing aliens?
Yeah.
He's facing Frieza.
It is kind of weird that, like, are they in space? Are they still in the atmosphere? Does that make sense?
But wait, there's more. He fights a giant green bug. And then a giant pink. No, it's dark again. What is...
Bull para para.
Oh, Papa! You Taka and I played
Oh,
the
the
Para Para Bros
GT.
here.
Bull par par. Bull par par.
Down like, oh, milk.
Raise the cave! Raise!
Bull par par.
Boom, pop, pop.
Bull par par. Bull par par. And I now welcome the sweet embrace.
It was not good.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. I think that is the closest thing that we'll ever do to making a GT
bridge,
bridge.
yeah.
That's for certain.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I remember when we were going through that, and we're like, are we just gonna play those three guys? And we're like, nah, we have to play the three Bonepara brothers.
Also, just as a side note, just as a still image, that is actually like a really cool frame.
That is cool.
The special is beautiful. There are a lot of really great shots in it.
That does look great, yeah.
It's also sort of interesting, like Toriyama himself said that this story was something he would never write. Like, he was like, yeah, this is way darker and more tragic.
He's a comedy writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he did redo the story, didn't he? Like, he in manga form and then used it in the Broly movie.
This is like a dark tragedy.
Like, the opening to the Broly movie was the redo of the Bardock story, wasn't it? Yeah.
Where Bardock sees the end of his planet and can't do anything about it.
It's kind of funny that two of like the best stories in Dragon Ball happen to be things that he didn't do.
Oh wow!
Which were History of Trunks and this.
So he didn't do History of Trunks either.
History of Trunks, upon revisiting it, has a lot of.
Oh, it has issues.
Oh, yeah, it's great though.
It's still,
History of
like,
Trunks
a
is
cool story
boss.
that is like big on the fan base.
Yeah.
Bye, Bardock. Hello, Cooler.
Oh, right! I play Cooler here.
Yeah.
Very impressive, killing up a bunch of monkeys.
We'd eventually cast Chris Guerrero.
Can hear his voice through that.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Sir, it seems he has missed one ship. We are within range to intercept.
No, let it go.
But where?
Where?
I'm a prick.
So the interesting
Because Frieza
thing,
said he was a prick, and he's like, yes, because I'm a prick.
Guerrero, first of all, kills it as Cooler. Who? No, we will be doing the movie, so you will.
Yeah, he's masterful at the craft.
Yeah. The entire scene uses nothing but Star Trek sound effects, very specifically. I was like, you know what? We're already in the past. I'm going to make sure that all the sound effects here straight out of OG Star Trek.
Yeah.
So, planet Vegeta was destroyed along with all its inhabitants, save a lone Saiyan child, and his brother, and a space pirate, and a renegade monster and his father, and of course, Prince Vegeta.
What?
Yeah.
Mappa's back.
Well, I've got good
This
news
scene was a bitch.
I bet.
and bad news. The bad news is, reports say our entire planet has been destroyed by a gigantic meteor right along with all its
I liked playing Baby Vegeta.
But what about
and your father.
my whole family? My race?
But the good news is we're going to Dairy Queen!
Nice.
My race is gone.
Dairy Queen!
God, yeah, you can see the jiggle on Vegeta's face.
And Nappa's.
Yeah.
Nappa.
Yay! This seems like the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I know it's old man voice, but I actually like playing adult Gohan, or Grandpa Gohan here.
Oh, look. Someone threw out a perfectly good baby. Aren't you just adorable? I think I'm gonna call you Clark. Hey, Clark.
Fun fact,
Super
my family
sad
just
Superman
adopted a kid
reference.
named Clark at the time, too.
Yeah.
Oh, how about Goku? Yes, Goku. You like that, huh? Yes, you do. Wee! 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 Oops. Uh-oh. Did I just kill a baby? Oh, no!
Love it.
There's something I really like about doing the same thing that a lot of the specials did with the, because a lot of the specials in movies have the screen zoom up to the side and then the credits happen. Having that happen with Goku hitting his head,
That's great.
I had a lot of fun with.
And then doing what other Dragon Ball movies would also do, which is show Goku growing up, which is, I mean, thematically, we're moving into Season 2.
Yeah.
So, which is, like, ostensibly Goku's last real arc as the real protag.
Yeah.
Until Boo, in which case, like... It's hard to call him the protag in Boo, though, because he doesn't really have character growth in that.
No, he doesn't.
Goku?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Not at
there,
all.
He gets the win.
We have a lot of critiques about the Boo Saga that you can see if you've ever seen us talk about the Boo Saga, which we actually have many times.
Several times.
Yeah.
A number of times.
Oh, my husband's name was in there.
It's a shame that you didn't do the abridgment, but at the same time,
And of course, Youmacon staff.
you
they
did
brought
end
us out
it
to premiere this.
really well with the Soul Saga.
Not specifically to premiere this. We decided to premiere this there. Ah, yeah. Get ready for Season 2. Coming soon on this thing that we're doing. Alright.
Yay. Very cool. Very cool. Nice to see. Again, it was cool that they premiered that at a convention beforehand, and that was awesome. knowing all the backstory and that. And the LittleKuriboh audition thing was cool. I didn't realize that he originally auditioned for Ginyu, but because he did the voice of Frieza as well, they were like, no, we want you for that instead. That was awesome. It's very, well, it's very similar to his Marek voice from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, isn't it? And Takahata, yeah, what a voice actor. And yeah, I would like them to do, once they finish this, create a commentary for Hellsing Ultimate Bridge. That would be really cool to see as well. But anyway, thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video I upload, link in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is our support. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you guys very much for that. Thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe, and leave comments down below. Let me know if you should watch this in future videos. I'll see you guys. All you guys. Nuke them. Bye.